Hello, I'm teacher Ivan from Wuuna Educational Services. We are here at Hope Boarding SS and I'm with our regular users of Wuuna Educational Service platforms. They have introduced themselves. With me, next to me is Madam Nancy, who is in senior 4. She is Madam Nanyonjo, still senior 4, and Mr. Bainungisha, senior 4. They are all candidates who are going to sit 2023. These people searched and some were recommended to use our e-learning platforms, and they claim to be successful because of our platforms. And now we are going to be discussing a certain topic of their own choice in physics. So which topic should we discuss? Particulate nature of matter. So we shall start with matter itself. Since we are looking at its nature, we need to know what is matter, the states of matter, and so on. Yes, what is matter?
Matter is anything that occupies space and has weight.
Anything that occupies space and has weight. From there we come to the states of matter. But before we come to states of matter, there is something I need to know. Is air matter?
Yes.
Do you agree? By Nisha, do you agree air is matter? Can you give us a reason as to why you think air is matter?
Air is comprised of gases.
Comprised of gases. Very good. And we've seen that for something to be matter, it must occupy space and it must have weight. Do you agree that air has weight?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What simple demonstration can tell us that can tell us that it has weight? I remember in our P5 when we were looking at air, we had balloons. One was inflated and the other one was empty. So we could balance them, right?
Yes.
And we find that the inflated, or the one that is filled with air, was going down, and the other one that is empty was being taken up. Meaning that it was the weight of the air that was overcoming the other empty one, right? That's a simple demonstration that could show us that air has weight. The other one that could show us that it occupies space, that's why when you inflate a balloon, it expands, meaning that the air is taking up space, causing the expansion of the balloon. So we come to states of matter. Yes, there are 3 major states. We have many states, but there are 3 major states. What are those?
Liquids.
Liquids,
Solids.
solids, and gases. Let us look at each of these, the major properties. Let us start with the solids. What are the major properties of solid state?
Particles in solids have strong molecular forces of attraction.
Yes, the particles that make up the solid have stronger forces of attraction, and that's why we find that particles are closely packed because of the stronger intermolecular forces of attraction. And from that, we also notify that because of the same, solids have shapes. They have definite shapes and volumes because of the same. When we come to liquids, talk about the arrangement of particles in a liquid state. They are fairly packed together. Very good. That's why they don't have definite shape. However, they have definite volume. For the gases, they are widely spread apart. So they don't have definite shape and volume. Good. Then we come to another notification. We see that the density of solids is higher than that of gases. What causes that?
Because molecules in a gas are widely spread compared to those in a solid.
Very good. Molecules in gas are widely spread compared to that of, and therefore, don't forget that density equals to mass over. So that means that when you increase volume, you are reducing density. That's why the density of solids is higher than that of gases. And when you look at the quantity, that's the mass. The quantity of matter in a solid is very high compared to that of the gases. Good. Now, still on matter, can we look at the effect of heat on matter? Yes, the effect. How does heat affect matter? Yeah, let us consider an ice cube being warmed. What happens?
When heat is applied to the ice cube, the intermolecular forces between the
molecules of the ice cube weaken. Very good. So when you warm an ice cube, the intermolecular forces of attraction between the molecules of the ice cube weaken. And what happens?
It's then from solid to
it changes from a solid state to liquid, hence getting water. Yes. What happens if I continue heating the water?
Then it will turn from liquids then to gases.
Yes, water will absorb the heat until it reaches its boiling point, and now at that moment we shall observe water changing into vapor or steam.
Yes.
So that is the effect of heat on solid. Otherwise, when you constantly continues heating a solid, it liquefies or it changes to liquid. That is if its melting point is reached. Are you together?
Yes.
Then once you continue heating the formed liquid, it also
Changes from liquid to gas.
it vaporizes from a liquid into gas. That is if its boiling point is reached. That has been the effect of heat on matter. However, we also have the effect of cooling on matter. Yes. Let us start from the formed vapor. We are now cooling. Once the steam loses heat, what happens?
The gas is, when steam is cooled, kinetic energy between the molecules
Reduces. Very good. And what happens when it reduces?
It reduces.
And actually, what process is that? When the steam loses heat? Yes.
Condensation.
That is condensation. So during the condensation, that's when steam has lost the heat and it's now liquidifying or changing into a liquid. Then you also continue cooling the liquid. What happens? It reaches the freezing point, which changes from now the liquid into a solid. So that's the effect of cooling on matter. That has been for now. Please don't forget to subscribe. We are still continuing with this discussion. Do one thing, subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notified when we post an update. I'm teacher Ivan from Wuuna Educational Services. I'm with my friends, actually my partners, because they are regular users of Wuuna Educational Services. They are from Hope Boarding SS, Lutembe, and I decided to visit them because of their usual participation. They normally do that during their holidays. They normally watch, comment, and even send me personal appreciating messages. That's why I decided to visit them and we have a simple talk, a discussion. Please, you can also do the same. You never know. I'll be visiting you very soon. Bye bye. We meet for the next video.